everyone, LonestarK here, and today we're going to be making a cover for Super Mario RPG Relocalized, which is a fan translation of Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars that is supposed to be a more accurate translation to the Japanese version of the game. If you're interested in getting a copy of this translation, you can get it from romhacking.net. Now I'm going to be using some assets that I've pulled from the Launchbox Games database, and I'm thinking I'm going to use a vertical style Super Nintendo template that I created a few weeks ago when I did my Gradius 3 box. And I enjoyed that one so much that not only did I do a front cover, but I also did spines as well as a back cover for that game. We'll be using some official artwork from Super Mario RPG, which is more based on the white box that the Japanese version of the game had. It's going to be slightly different though. I'm using an image which I believe is from the soundtrack release, and we're going to just make some adjustments to the logo a little bit, and that should be it for this one. We're not going to be doing anything too difficult, so this video should be kind of a short one. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste this as a new layer into our template, and then we're going to use the scale tool. And when you're scaling, you want to make sure that the little chain link is together, so that way when you scale one dimension, it's going to scale the other dimension proportionally. And we're going to be changing the logo up a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to create a new layer, which I'm going to just name cover ups. And I'm going to use the lasso tool to just lasso around this logo that they currently have. Once you've laid down all your nodes using your lasso tool, you click back on that first node that you made, and then that creates your selection. So now that I have that area selected, I'm going to just use our paintbrush, and we're going to paint it the same color white as that background. But I'm doing this on a new layer that's on top of that, just to obscure the old one in case we ever needed to go back to that old logo. It's still there, preserved in the background. So I got this copy of the Japanese logo, which has this black banner at the bottom of it with some Japanese writing. And we're going to use that, and I'm just going to center that up with the rest of the image. But inside that black ribbon is perfect. We're going to cover up that text that's there, and we're going to enter in our own text on top of it, which is just going to be relocalized. So I'm using our rectangular select to select over the Japanese text that's there. And now we're just going to cover it up again on its own layer, cover up layer. So we've created a black box on top of that. Now we can use our text tool with white text. And I'm just going to enter in relocalize, small caps. I'm just going to use a simple sans font here, and we're going to make the size of the text about the same size as the old text that was there. And I'm just eyeballing it here to center it. Now what you can do is use your rectangular select tool to take some actual measurements, and I'm just creating a box from kind of the edge of that ribbon over to the beginning of the text, and we want to make sure that it's the same width on both sides. And when you're creating these rectangular boxes and you're adjusting the size of them, you can see while you have one of the edges selected and you're dragging it, you can see the size of the rectangle in pixels down at the bottom of the screen. It'll tell you exactly what size that is. So we're just getting an exact measurement here to where it's going to be the same number of pixels before and after the text, as well as the top and the bottom. We're going to make sure it's centered vertically as well. I think what I want to add is, in our previous project with Galaxy Fraulein Una, we created a little translated tag that looks similar to the ESRB ratings. So I'm going to open up that project file, and then we're just going to make a copy of that ESRB tag that we created, and I'm just going to copy it from there and paste it into our new Super Mario one. And it's a pretty good size on its own, so I don't have to scale it. I could put it at the top up there, but I think it's going to look better down at the bottom. And we'll move our seal up to the top. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. That's going to be our cover for Super Mario RPG Relocalized. Hope you guys liked it, and stay tuned for more.